Hello, beautiful people of Earth. Welcome to the first ever episode of J&M's Nerd Force. We are your hosts. I'm Matt.
I'm Jordan. How you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what we're doing is we're going to be talking about movies. We try to cover all movies, but mainly we like comic book movies. We love the Avengers, Black Panther. We love Star Wars, but we do also love like the new movie Red Sparrow coming out. We want to see that. We want to see what is it? Strangers. We're going to watch that this weekend, I'm pretty sure. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about everything nerdy, cinematic. This guy over here loves the Oscars. We're probably watching the Oscars, seeing what gets what. I still got to watch some of them, but mainly, we're just going to be talking about all things movie. Any questions you have, you can put down in the comments and everything, and I'll be tagging our Twitter, our Instagram, everything, so you can follow that and get more updates. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start talking about Black Panther, right?
Yeah, and please, I just want to say, please forgive us if this first episode is a little rough.
Yeah, we're working out of some. We just got our mics, trying things out. It's kind of something we love to do. So we thought, hey, we talk all the time like this anyway. Thought, why not record and see what happens? Because I think we're pretty likable people. I don't know.
We're charming. Whatever.
So we watched Black Panther a couple weekends ago, and honestly, it blew me away. I liked it a lot. There's some things I didn't like about it. I would say, but the action sequences, the Rhino. I mean, also, if you haven't seen Black Panther, it's gonna be spoilers. Go watch Black Panther. Are you stupid?
I mean, we're not.
Come on, go watch Black Panther.
It's so much money.
It's already crossed. It's already beat Wonder Woman for standalone. It's like, let's do this. Go watch it. So it will be spoilers. We should have said that earlier, but it's fine. But yeah, loved it. I know it got a lot of all black cast except for one, and that was the first time ever. They say, Blade came out.
Bilbo Baggins and Gollum were the only white people in that movie,
and they did great. And they weren't Bilbo or Gollum.
Yeah,
they did great.
The cast was great, dude. Honestly.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, I don't know, but
so what are your overall thoughts? Like, besides, it was pretty cool. What were the high points? What were some of the low points for you?
I think the high points were easily the cinematic. I mean, you look at Wakanda looked fantastic.
Oh yeah, the scenery. And
the scenery was great. I mean, we finally get to see Wakanda. We've all been wondering. I mean, we saw a little bit in Civil War. I mean, of what Wakanda kind of looks like. I mean, not much, just a little snippet to get us a little tease. But honestly, the cinematic was fantastic, and then the fight sequences were really good. The acting was, fantastic. Chadwick Boseman just captures.
Yeah, there wasn't a bad actor in that movie.
I mean, the dude from Get Out, what's his name? You probably know more.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah, he did. I thought he was gonna have a small part. He ended up having a pretty good part.
Yeah,
more than I thought he was. I'm really glad I like him a lot.
Jerk in that movie.
Yeah, he is. I know.
I'm like, I wish the white people would have killed him and Get Out.
Yeah, he got out. By the way, spoilers. Anyway,
sorry, spoilers for Get Out.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I thought the runtime was good. I thought,
it's just a little over 2 hours. That's how most Marvel movies are. It's like they want to give you enough to build upon, to talk about, but they're not like hour and a half like kids movies or something, which I think is good. It works. Works.
If anything, I was hoping a little more. I mean, I could sit 10 hours watching these movies.
Like Infinity War is supposed to be 2.5 hours at least. Oh my gosh, I would be cool with a 5.5 hour version.
I know, me
of
too.
Infinity War.
It's obvious that we like this kind of stuff, guys. So whatever. But I'd say a couple of there's not much downside for me. I thought the story, I don't hate to say this, seemed a little generic.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's not a big deal. The Marvel movies run this way. They run.
It's almost like The Dark Knight Rises. At the
kind
end of it. He's like, "You came back to die with your city," and I don't know. I have.
He says, "I'm going to watch it burn." I wasn't talking about the city, but he was talking about
basically.
But I mean, his whole point was he's mad because he never got to see Wakanda. I mean, and his dad died, but he was a traitor. I don't think he understood that, and I thought Killmonger was a good villain.
As I said, overall he was a pretty good villain. I think everybody is losing their mind about Killmonger as a quotation marks awesome villain, which I think he was. I mean, I think he was a really good villain. I just the MCU is so copy and paste with villains. It's like Iron Man.
It's better than Malekith. I mean,
yeah. On a scale of 1 to 5, Malekith. How bad was he?
Oh gosh,
no, Malekith from Thor: The Dark World sucks. But it's like Iron Man had Obadiah Stane, and then you know what I mean. And then it's like they're just copy and paste from the hero. And Killmonger is basically that too, but he had a little bit more depth.
Yeah, but Michael B. Jordan, I thought honestly, we've seen him in bad roles. We've seen him in good roles. Creed was good.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four sucked. I mean, let's just be real, and that's not his fault, maybe. But this is kind of set me up for him. I was like, for me, this is gonna be his make or break for him because Marvel movies they're seen by everybody.
Yeah.
Especially this one being all black cast and everything the first time and being really well received. And I was like, dude, he crushed it. I mean, I thought the way it ended was a little. It was fine.
Generic.
It was fine. I mean, we all knew one of them had to die.
Do you want me to dump on it?
I'd love for you to. Let's get it.
Take a sweet dump on it. No, I did like the movie quite a bit, but I'm more of. I don't want to say I'm a negative Nancy about it, but I didn't adore the movie as much as everybody else on the face of the planet is. I really liked it, but it's like, I don't think it's a cinematic masterpiece. Like, I saw a review, or I saw, a little snippet on Facebook or whatever, and it's like, so-and-so calls Black Panther a masterpiece. I'm like, is that the first movie they've watched, or what?
I mean, maybe in scenery-wise, I'll get, like, a Christopher Nolan scenery cinematic, but as far as everything goes, there's no way. I mean, it doesn't hold a candle to Civil War, but as far as that goes. If you want to go comic book movies, it doesn't hold a candle to it.
Yeah, even as far as, like, MCU movies go, it's not my favorite. I mean, it's not, it's probably in my top 10, but as far as, like you said, the set design, the production design, of course, it's a Marvel movie. It's got a bazillion-dollar budget, but everything looked good about it. It felt real. Wakanda was real. It was like a lived-in place. It was legit. As far, and all the performances were good. One thing I didn't really like is how they took some of the characters, and I understand there were so many new characters brought into this movie that they couldn't let.
Heck, Michonne showed up, guys. I mean, it's
Michonne showed up, and that girl who played his sister, who I've seen on some TV show. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. I forgot her name. But anyway, but there were so many new characters brought into this movie. I felt like the new characters almost outshined, like, T'Challa and some of the others. To an extent, if that's like, I don't know if that was intentional.
I wonder if it was intentional because I felt the same way that we saw T'Challa. I mean,
because
in Civil War,
whenever T'Challa is brought in, he is this force to be freaking reckoned with, and he doesn't care. He doesn't give a crap about your family. He'll just destroy you. I mean, he just wanted to kill Bucky.
When you get back to Wakanda, though, you kind of realize, hey, this is a norm for them. In the world, they've never seen the Wakandan stuff. I mean, the technology Shuri's coming with, everything. I mean, but in Wakanda, that's what they are. So it kind of made, in my opinion, I think that might be what they're going for. They're going for, hey, this is Chadwick Boseman, T'Challa. That's normal. This is what they do. They're tribes. They have a lot of weaponry. This is what they are. And so I think they did well with bringing out the guy from Get Out. Can't remember his name, even though you said it. They brought him out. I thought he was he could be used in the future. I mean, I thought they can't use, obviously, Killmonger, but...
I don't think he wasn't killed, was he? Daniel...
No, he wasn't. They
What's his name? No, it's not Wakabi. That's the big...
It was something like that.
I don't know.
And I think, speaking of that, I think that guy, the monkey man...
I think his name is...
Matambo? I don't remember.
I think it's Wakabi. Or that's either Wakabi... Okay, Wakabi is either the dude from Get Out or the big tribe dude who got his butt whooped by T'Challa.
Yeah, and that guy, I thought he outshined a lot of them. He didn't have much screen time, but I'm looking forward to do with him in the future.
Yeah.
Because he was awesome.
I hope they bring him back. I don't know if they won't.
Yeah, but anyways, back to the point. It's like, I think part of it was they're trying to establish Wakanda for Infinity War. Because we see...
That's true, because they're
going to be Wakanda. I don't know why. I mean, we'll get into that later in this podcast, but it's like, Black Panther does really well with all this stuff. And I mean, I wouldn't rank it in my top 5 if we're going to Marvel MCU. I mean, before MCU, whatever. I mean, Spider-Man movies are great, but MCU, it's different. But I would say it wouldn't rank 5 for me. It would rank like more 6. And we're getting that later too, and that's still a good rating. There's like a bunch of movies. So it's not like I'm ranking it.
There's 18 movies now.
Yeah, and so, I mean, we all know it's going to rank higher than the Thor Dark World. It's terrible.
That's just the go-to.
I know. And I try not to crap on it so much, but it's easy, dude. It's so easy. Iron Man 2 is not. Iron Man 3, in my opinion. We have different opinion on Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3 is fine.
But we're getting off topic. So
not an Iron Man movie, though. But
anyway, we'll talk about it later.
Anyway. But yeah, what I was saying though, I felt like just some of the characters outshine the others. If I'm going to be negative again, because I'm just a negative Nancy. But I feel like some of the characters outshine some of the others. Like Michonne's character, can't remember her name. She was great though in the movie. She shows up. She's awesome. She's boss. She kind of outshines Black Panther a little bit. So does, I felt like Claw's character, played by Andy Serkis, was kind of not a waste, but he was kind of underutilized. Like he
I
was
was
just
surprised they killed him. Honestly, I wasn't.
Yeah, I was hoping they.
I mean, I'm cool with it. I mean, I get they're done with the character.
Yeah, I understand. But he was just brought in as basically like a.
I thought he was going to be more of a villain than what he was. He did his part, and Killmonger used him.
Yeah, he played his part. He was just a stepping stone for Killmonger to be the villain. If he basically wasn't in the movie, I feel like Killmonger wouldn't have had the opportunities that he had. So that's why I feel like that's why they brought him in, which it makes sense. I just feel like they could have utilized him a little bit better.
Yeah, I thought his little hand cannon was weird. I mean, I thought it looked okay.
I think it's supposed to be gross.
It just kind of
looks
floppy.
like it's just.
I mean, no, it's fake, but it's like floppy and weird.
His arm is like a dead fish.
I did see somewhere or read somewhere that it kind of is from the comic book. He kind of it's made from Wakandan, but it looks kind of like he might. Yeah, he might have put it with some star technology. So he kind of did his own thing.
Yeah. Speaking of vibranium, can it freaking cure cancer? Like I thought vibranium is just the metal made out of Captain America's shield. Crap,
no. We find out that
what an idiot I am.
That's
what a
just
fool
like,
I am. That can do anything and everything possible.
That's just a little trick. They're like, hey, let's make that.
But yeah, I was like, I mean, again, and it's like this is not really a fault of the movie. I don't know necessarily from the comics if vibranium can do all the things that's illustrated.
To be fair about comics is that they have a lot of weird stuff. I mean, I've seen a lot.
Weird,
I've read comic books for a long time, but like. They've got some weird stuff in comics, so they might have taken it from this and that. I don't know, honestly. But in this movie, it cures a severed spinal cord, pretty much, and it's like
everything, dude.
Which is interesting because I wonder. Let's think about this. What's another character we know that had his spinal cord just ripped to pieces? War Machine. So I wonder if this is going to be.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If it's going to be applied.
I forgot about that because nobody cares about War Machine.
No doubt. But he seems to be in Infinity War, so I guess.
I love you,
but Don Cheadle's good. War Machine's not. Anyways, I just wonder if this is going to be applied to other places. It's awesome that we can see the technology. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that they had vibranium. Obviously, everyone knows that.
I just feel like it was almost like a little convenient to the plot. You know what I mean? They're like,
yeah, there's a lot of that.
Just write in something about vibranium doing something cool. Oh yeah, cool.
And
that'll work.
I didn't realize that you could stop the effects of vibranium.
Yeah, that was.
Does that mean it can explode?
If we're talking about that final.
Is it a bomb? Is that what that can do?
I don't know.
I mean, like,
if we're talking about
that
final battle sequence, whenever Shuri, his T'Challa's Black Panther's younger sister, is like, hey, pew pew with her hand cannons. No, Shuri is like, hey, if you go down to where this train comes through, it will basically do exactly what you need it to at this exact moment, to where you can defeat him at this exact time. Convenient.
And to be fair, it was a cool scene. Seeing they're like, and as soon as I saw that happen, I'm like, T'Challa's gonna get him. He's gonna stab him in a spot that hasn't gone away yet. I like that. I knew it was gonna happen, but I couldn't wait to see it.
Killmonger dies.
That's the thing. It was. Well, I like about this movie, some of it was predictable, but I couldn't wait to see my prediction because I knew it was gonna happen.
I understand. It was. I understand what you're saying. I'm mumbling, but it's basically kind of paint by numbers. Like you knew it wasn't gonna throw a huge curveball in it.
I thought it was kind of weird that for some reason they had to use the train too. It's like couldn't they just put those things on without the train coming at them? Maybe they wanted it for like a cinematic thing. I feel like you could probably. I don't know. I mean,
it'll look into that some more.
Maybe they did it so they can be fighting in full uniform a little bit. Cause that's what everyone wants. But if you think about it in your head, it's like how are they going to kill each other in?
Yeah, and one thing that bugged me. Another thing that bugged me. This is like probably my whole main. And again, it's not an issue. It's more like a gripe. I don't want to seem like such a hoity-toity critic almost, but it's like. Probably my main gripe. It didn't like take me out of the movie to an extent. But my main gripe was, I feel like almost every single shot of the movie had CGI in it. It's like so much CGI. Most of the time, it's incredible. Yeah, it's Marvel. It has a massive budget. They're gonna get the best effects companies possible. But it's like they're like, oh, look at this beautiful sunset, and I'm like, that's a CGI sunset. Yeah, and they're like, oh, look at that. Like I felt like. Everything was CGI, even the backdrops, the costumes.
I do agree.
We're back to Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern CGI.
I don't believe
even the suit was CGI.
I think that's a little extreme. But I mean, the CGI shoot on him is terrible.
It looks way better than Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. I'm just saying, I didn't like the fact that whenever I remember seeing the trailer for it first, and it's like whenever their suits just forming over them, I'm thinking that's cool. But that means their suits are going to be CGI for the whole movie, and that's like, and it was, but it's like I'm not trying to like.
Yeah, And I get that.
a lot. But I mean, I just thought like, man, why is everything CGI? And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't as much. You know,
I do agree, but it's hard because when they're in Wakanda, you have to expect it to pretty much all be CGI. Because
I felt like Wakanda, the actual landscape, like the
scenery,
was
cool. That was cool.
I felt like the buildings and everything. Wakanda was like the most real part about it.
Just whenever, well, every single time that they're, I mean, the big fires in Wakanda, obviously CGI, right? I mean, I think one of the only times it wasn't in CGI is whenever they lock up Claw, and probably whenever they're
in that art museum.
Yeah,
and probably
when they're doing that fight in the Hootie Tootie bar thing or whatever with the
the bar didn't look very CGI.
No, until he puts on a suit. But
maybe a few things.
And I do agree you said CGI, but I think that this movie without as much CGI might have faltered a little bit, just because, like you said, we've never seen Wakanda, and I feel like Marvel movies are starting to go that way. In Infinity War, I think we all know it's gonna be CGI. I mean, and I do think that it hurt it some, maybe pull yourself out, but I don't think it's to the extent.
Yeah, I'm probably just being a titty baby, but I feel like, all comic book movies, even almost all movies that are released theatrically now,
I think they rely too much
have CGI in them. Almost every single movie, whether it's a small indie picture, whether it's a small independent picture or whatever, almost every movie has CGI in it.
I think we're getting
it's just the way it's used and how it's used, and how much it's used.
Where we're just relying too much on it.
Yeah,
and I mean,
I love
obviously with these sci-fi movies, I mean, Star Wars, for example.
Yeah,
it's gonna be CGI. It has to be. I mean, but I think even the movies that don't need it,
and how often,
Yeah, I think that even though, I mean, we all know Force Awakens was used, not much CGI was in as far as landscape, which was perfect.
Yeah,
I do
a lot
think
of the
Black
sets and
Panther
locations were real.
Probably should have done that because you could tell most of it wasn't real.
Yeah, and that's what sucks.
I do agree with your point. Yeah,
I understand Wakanda doesn't exist.
Obviously, I don't think it diminishes as much as you think it does, but I do agree with your point.
Yeah, did you see the picture of that girl on Facebook who's like trying to create a GoFundMe account to send her to Wakanda?
No,
she raised somebody paid $20 to send this girl to Wakanda.
I just felt bad for her.
Somebody tell her it doesn't exist, for the love of God.
Oh my God, no, it does. And I can't wait to go. But
yeah, that's just my main gripe with the movie. Yeah, it was a little bit predictable, but dude, still, I mean, it was easily the most unique out of all the MCU movies because it dealt with, because it had a 95% black cast. It had this thick African culture vibe to it, which is not a bad thing. I mean, I thought it was cool. I thought it was really cool. It was a good change of pace because I don't want every MCU movie to feel like we got to be just like Iron Man 1 and 2 and we got to have this same cookie cutter vibe. I like that it was like some cumin thrown in on this bowl of ice cream. I was thinking of something that doesn't.
That's a weird analogy, man. I don't know about that.
I was thinking of something that cumin doesn't go on.
I personally like cumin in my ice cream. I'm just joking, but anyway, analogy aside, I do agree with you. Yes, but I think all we're saying is that go watch Black Panther. There's some
it's definitely worth your time.
And a lot of people.
If you were going to rate it, what would you rate it out of 10? Probably.
I mean, it's 8.5 for me. I
was gonna say 8.
Yeah, I think that there's some room for improvement, but I think me and you, the critics we are, that's what we love to do. We do nitpick a little bit too much. Yeah. And so if you're just a regular moviegoer, you're gonna love this movie. Your kids will love it. Adults will love it. It's fantastic.
We don't write for the freaking post or anything.
No.
But I mean, we're just
sitting here and just
but
doing our thing.
We've seen so many movies. We've seen so many movies that it's like
how many movies we watch a week? Too many.
It's hard for us not to just automatically want to pick a movie apart. I don't want to pick a movie apart, but I just notice things. That's all.
Yeah, I've got.
But if you're a casual moviegoer, dude, people love it. I mean, people do love it, and you will love it.
No matter if you don't like the genre of action, honestly, it's great. It's got a good story. Like I said, maybe a little generic for us, but honestly, the story.
The basic storyline. Yeah, you've seen it before, but still, it's done in a fresh, new, and exciting way.
Oh yeah, and so
overall, Black Panther 8 out of 10, still a good time.
I'm going 8.5, but I mean, if you want to round it, it's like 8.25. Yeah. So I mean, that's a little weird. That's not really a thing. Yeah. But anyways, so we're saying just go see it. I mean, we loved it, honestly, and we kind of want to do a transition into. Let's think about this. I'm sure everyone here has seen it. If you honestly care about anything movie, Avengers got moved up.
Oh yeah, the release date. The release date for
Infinity War. Good or bad thing for Marvel, or I guess you could say Disney, because Disney owns owns about everything in the world.
Okay, I'm glad you brought up Disney because I think okay, they moved up the release date of Avengers 3 Infinity War from May 4th to April 27th. I feel like that's a smart move for Disney's part because they have...
I totally agree. There's no way it's a bad move.
Solo, they own Lucasfilm too, and they have Solo, a Star Wars story, being released May 25th.
Not to mention Deadpool 2 is coming out now. They officially do. They're probably going to get all the funds from because they officially
exactly. They wanted to kind of gap themselves more between comic book movies, and I feel like they didn't want to release two massive studio films in the same month because they were going to release Infinity War on the 4th and then Solo on the 25th. Now that gives that kind of more of a break. And Disney's other biggest release, A Wrinkle in Time, comes out March 9th.
You want to see that?
Not really.
No. Anyways, go on.
Fine. I don't know.
We'll
I'm
get
not really a fan of the book.
We'll probably watch it, but just for you guys.
I'll probably watch it whenever it goes to DVD. I'd rather watch Strangers Pray at Night whenever.
Anyways,
because that comes out the same day. Anyway, A Wrinkle in Time comes out March 9th, and they're moving Infinity War to April 27th. So I feel like that kind of gives a sweet spot of breathing room between...
Disney owns everything now.
Yeah, so basically. Lucasfilm.
They're able to pretty much.
Fox.
Yeah, they're pretty much able to do whatever they want because they own it all. So they can move around. They want, and I think they're scared about Solo. I think that's one reason they moved Infinity War. I think they're scared about Solo because we're not sure it's going to be good. I think moving that back makes more people go to see Solo. Because
it's true.
Because
I see where you're coming from.
If you do May 4th, Avengers Infinity War, 2 weeks old before Solo comes out. Basically, I mean,
3 weeks.
3 weeks. But if you move it back a week, that's a whole month that people get tired of Infinity War. I won't ever get tired of Infinity War. But the average moviegoer will go see Infinity War. I'll probably see 2 or 3 times in theaters. I mean, I saw Force Awakens 4 times in theaters. Yeah. And so, I would say it's smart because they're worried about something.
By the way, we love some Force Awakens.
Oh my God, we love Star Wars, guys.
Some people hate Force Awakens. I don't know why.
Anyways.
I love Force Awakens. Anyway, I'm sorry.
I think it's smart because there's no bad side to this. You move, especially for us, you move it to tomorrow, I'm going to go watch it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
for
like
moviegoers in general,
it helps everybody. But think about it this way, and that's how I thought when I first saw it. And Solo, the guy already came out and said, we expect it to not make the money we put into it. And to say that, for people, I don't think it's smart to say that, but whatever they want to do. They know they're going to make money because it's Star Wars. But if you put Infinity War, which is obviously, people have been waiting for this for years. And so you put that out, and you have a month for people to get, I shouldn't say tired of it, for people to get, one, to watch something else. Let's just say that. I don't know. But it's smart because that means people are like, wow, there's a Star Wars film coming out? I've always seen Avengers Infinity War twice, 3 times in a month. Easy. Let's go see Solo. I mean, I think it's good for them. And maybe they can, within that month, they can release maybe a trailer. Try to get this out there a little more. Or in the Infinity War. I think it'd be smart if in Infinity War they play the trailer. I mean, just kind of get it out there saying, hey, Solo's coming out in a month.
I'm sure they will.
I know they will, but it's like...
bet my bottom dollar.
It gives Solo a chance to succeed. Yeah. I think that's the whole point in this.
Yeah.
I don't see any other point.
I was going to say, I feel like they kind of... There's many things that come together to make me... There's probably many reasons as to why they moved up Infinity War. But I feel like they might honestly have more... they might have more faith in Solo if they move Infinity War back. That way they're like, okay, we'll give Infinity War more breathing room. That way Solo might be able to succeed more. You know what I mean? That way moviegoers will be more hungry for a new movie. And I just feel like that can't be... It can't be a bad move, no matter what. Because if you move it up to April 27th. Also, another reason is it might not, there might not be as many spoilers because it's released everywhere globally on April 27th. Mm-hmm. Everywhere globally except the U.S. It was supposed to be released on May 4th, and then they changed it to April 27th.
Did they change the other one? Or they just,
no.
I didn't see if they changed the global.
The global release date was April 27th. And
I didn't know. I thought they changed the global too.
They changed the U.S.'s from the 4th to the 27th. And that makes me feel like, holy crap, there are some serious repercussions in this movie. Like, there's some serious stuff's going to happen probably.
I mean, we all know that it's going to be a crazy movie. I mean, overall, we know it's going to be big.
Yeah.
Things are going to happen in it. But like we said, I mean, the only thing I see is positive in the movie. I mean, it made every fan... I mean, it's a week, but it made me extremely happy.
It just gives it an opportunity to make more money, I feel like. Disney knows what they're doing. Disney's the biggest studio on the planet. They've done this kind of stuff before. It's not like, it's not like some little bitty independent studios like, let's just move this up and hope more people will come see it. No, dude, they know what they're doing. And like I said, it's only positive for Disney.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing around that positivity. I mean, like I said, it literally got moved in a week, and I felt like maybe I got moved a month. That's how happy I was.
I'm so excited.
I mean, it's only 7 days, but
everybody's stoked to see it now. I mean, everybody's excited to see it now. So that's why I think they probably moved it up.
And maybe they moved it up just because assuming it's out, the moment it's gonna make it. It's gonna be in theaters pretty long. Now be out probably a week longer. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, it gives it more.
It's probably just
theatrical.
Yeah, I mean,
and everything.
Theatrical release is gonna be in 3D, IMAX. It's gonna be in everything. So, but honestly, I think we should talk about the movie itself. What we think. The big question about this movie is death. It's like. That's a big question about life, right? Death. No.
Not like of the franchise, the character.
No, the franchise will never die. I think in 20 years we're still going to be seeing these movies.
We're still going to be seeing
I mean, maybe not as much because I do think it's going to die out eventually. I mean, you look at anything, it'll eventually die out because I think they are starting to fill it too much. Maybe. I mean, we're getting movies, Shazam. I mean, I love Shazam as a character, but...
Isn't that DC?
Yeah, DC. But I'm talking about all over. I'm talking about not Marvel or DC. I'm saying like we're getting these weird characters. They're not bad characters.
I feel like this is a weird analogy, but stay with me.
That's where you go from.
Stay with me for a second. I feel like if the Jonas Brothers wrote the song Year 3000 today, they would include something about MCU movies or comic book movies in general, because they're still going to be going on to the Year 3000.
Well, I mean,
forget about you singing a song with Kelly Clarkson.
I do love me some Jonas Brothers
Shut
and whatnot.
Your face, Nick Jonas.
But maybe I don't know. That's hard to say. Whatever.
But yeah, dude. They'll be going on forever, and this is just Infinity War, which now comes out the 27th of April of 2018. I don't know. The Infinity War is the culmination of every single MCU movie that's come before it. I mean, it's the I don't know how to describe it. It's just the explosion of everything we've seen so far, and that's how it's being marketed, and that's probably how fans are going to treat it, dude. And God, it's going to make so much money. You know it will.
Yeah,
Black Panther's making so much money, and there's some people who love Black Panther who are seeing it dozens of times, and there's some people who are just like, oh, okay, that's probably an MCU movie. Like my brother, for example.
Yeah.
He likes comic movies, obviously, not as much as we do because we're freaks. But he likes comic book movies. He likes movies, but he's like, yeah, Black Panther's probably my least, like the one I was least excited about. But I mean, so if you have that mindset, dude, just times it by infinity, and that's the amount of excitement and adrenaline that people are having for Infinity War.
Yeah, I mean, just from the trailer. I mean, and by the way, might be one of the best trailers I've ever seen in my life. We've only seen one, and I was lucky enough to actually see.
Maybe the best trailer ever.
I try to follow. Yeah, in the history of ever. I try to follow when Comic-Con happens. I mean, I try to because everyone tries to be sneaky and get it. Well, I was able to see it's a rough cut of it, but what they showed at Comic-Con.
Oh, that bootlegged trailer. For
yeah, and it was bootleg. But I mean, what happened in that? I mean, spoilers for this one, but Thanos throws a freaking moon. I mean,
dude, I remember watching. I remember you showed me that last year.
Yeah, like I said, it was hard to make out, man.
Whenever it was bootlegged on Comic-Con, you showed me the first Infinity War trailer, and it's not the one that we got. It wasn't the one that's officially released.
Some of it was in it.
It was it had clips from it, but it's not the same trailer. No, it was. I remember watching it, feeling like, man, this is dour. This is depressing. This is gonna. I mean, even ruin me.
You see Iron Man crying in this. This is one we saw anyway. So
yeah,
what's gonna make Iron Man cry?
Speculate on that.
You think Pepper's dead? I don't know if Pepper's gonna be in it.
I was gonna say Peter Parker. He gets him into. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I already have Spider-Man 2 coming.
Spider-Man 2 and probably 3. I've heard a trilogy possibly. But what I'm trying to think. Here's the thing: is that obviously Spider-Man 2 and 3 are gonna happen.
Probably, yeah.
And it's gonna be past Homecoming. So obviously he's gonna stay alive, but I do think there will be more than one death, but I only think one will stick.
Yeah,
or maybe
whenever
two.
I saw Tony crying, my first thought was like, is something wrong with Peter?
Either
Peter
Parker. I mean, honestly, Iron Man probably feels responsible for making the Avengers. I mean, you've seen Age of Ultron. He's obviously it was his fault, but
the whole movie wouldn't exist if Tony wasn't a bloody idiot.
Yeah, basically his fault. But sometimes I feel like he takes all the loss and everything on himself because he is technically the leader. I know people will speculate, oh no, Steve's the leader. Iron Man's the leader, and maybe in the comics he's not.
How
really,
dare you talk about Steve like that?
No, Steve. I mean, as much as I love Steve, you know what I do.
Love me some Steve.
I love me some Steve. And anyways, but he's a leader, so I don't know. It could be Parker. It could be anybody. It could be Cap.
It could be Tony.
Him and Cap.
Tony could die.
Him and Cap have always been like brothers. I mean, I know they fight, but
they fight. Obviously, watch Civil War.
It literally could be anything.
Yeah.
So I do believe in this. There will be some kind of time travel. I mean, if you have Doctor Strange, there's going to be time travel. So I think that even though Parker might die, which will sadden the heck out of me, because if you guys don't know this already, Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel person. I'm not kidding. I love me some Captain America, but Spider-Man can crap on Captain America. If you could see my room I have,
spread his teenage Spider-Man cheeks and dump all over.
It's everywhere. I'm looking at it right now, and this Spider-Man's everywhere. Okay,
Spider-Man pops.
There's pops. There's statues. I mean, I don't care. I love Spider-Man. I love the new rendition. I love the new suit. The new suit look, the glowing eyes, straight from the comic book. Okay,
Iron Spider.
Yes, straight from the comic. They have the new amazing. They have the new Spider-Man out.
Yeah.
And his eyes glow up. Thought that was awesome. I was like, they should bring it to screen.
Like, yeah.
Look what they did. They brought it to screen. And so
they listened to you.
They listened. I mean, they obviously listened to only me. Yeah, but anyways, I do really think that Parker could definitely die. But I mean,
yeah,
I saw something.
Spider-Man's probably not gonna die. If I see what you're going with this, tell me if I'm wrong, but you might be coming with me here. But I feel like they could make it to where tons of people die, but then Doctor Strange is like, haha, I have the time stone, erase, now everybody's alive again.
That's exactly what's going to happen, in my opinion, because...
It might, I don't know.
Well, just to go on to that...
we're just going on this huge tyrant rant
it pretty much
about
Infinity War, into what we're trying to talk about, basically, because we want to talk about who we think is going to die, and we're about to pretty much... We think Parker's going to die unanimously. I think Parker dies. But... What I'm trying to say is, like, I follow everything I can follow to see behind the scenes, you know.
Yeah.
And there was a picture.
Stay in the now.
Yeah, there was a picture of behind, you know, after they got done, they wrapped film for it, that Cap was wearing his suit from Avengers, the very first Avengers. And I doubt he's gonna be wearing that in the new one. We saw his new suit.
It's like,
looked awesome. So it makes me feel like
7-year-old's pajamas.
Yeah.
Didn't
like it. But
all the costumes in the MCU were pretty on point, except for Captain America and the Avengers. Like what? Like, what kind of PJs did they just wedge Chris Evans into?
I hated that. I mean, he looked fine, but it's like I didn't like the thing.
I'm sorry, but why would he be on set of Infinity War but be in his costume from the first?
See, that's what I want. It's got to be time travel, but I don't know if it's gonna be time travel. Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be It could be like a flashback. I don't know, like of Iron Man remembering why he's dying, if he does die, remembering all, you know.
Sure, yeah. It could be a billion different things.
But my speculation...
We're not the filmmakers.
No, but this is what we do. We speculate. That's what you guys want to hear. So we're going to speculate exactly what I think, and you can say what you think. We're going to speculate the absolute crap out of it. So my opinion is always going to be time travel. If there's no time travel in this movie, I think they failed on that front.
Oh, you mean with the time stone?
Yeah. I mean, if there's no time travel, I think there's a little bit... The movie won't be... What do you think?
I don't think it'll be like a...
I don't think it'll be a big plot.
I was going to say, I don't think it'll be like... hopping in a DeLorean kind of...
No.
Let's go back to 1955, guys! I think it'll be like a casual Doctor Strange using the time stone to reverse whatever's just happened. It may be like...
And I don't completely know when Infinity War is after Doctor Strange. I don't know... Because, you know, Doctor Strange ends... I don't know how far away it is, but Doctor Strange hasn't exactly had the most practice with time travel.
I think he's had more practice between the movies because there's been 2 years between Doctor Strange and Infinity War.
I know that, but I don't know what the timeline is for Doctor Strange after.
But you got to think, even in Thor Ragnarok, he had improved quite a bit from Doctor Strange, from his own solo.
Oh yeah,
he had improved quite a bit.
I just wonder if he goes
Infinity
too far
War,
back, like kind of like a like a funny thing. Oh hey, but and then he goes back to where he wants to go. Because if he goes back to Avengers and warns them, it won't matter. I mean, it will matter, but it'll change the whole... It'll go X-Men on our butts and make nothing matter, you know? And so, it's like, I feel like time travel is part of it, but I think, and we have differing opinions on this, I think Cap's gonna die. And I know you don't want him to. I don't want him to either, but I think he's dead.
We're both on the same page here. Let me put it this way. I feel like if Captain America were to die in Avengers Infinity War, it would make the most sense out of all the MCU.
But is that good? That's the thing. Is that good to make sense? Because in Civil War he needed to die, and he didn't, and it was okay with me.
He didn't have to die.
Well, I'm saying, like, if you went by the comic book, which of course they didn't all the way through, he dies.
That's true.
And I'm okay with him not dying because he's obviously going to be a big part of this
exactly.
movie.
It would make the most sense for him to die because there's Sam Wilson who could pick up the Captain America mantle. There's obviously Bucky who could pick up the Captain America mantle. It makes the most sense for Steve Rogers to die, but in my heart and soul, I don't want Steve Rogers to die. I would rather stupid, smug Robert Downey Jr. go die. Go die, Robert Downey Jr. making $60 million a movie.
I think it's it's one of the two, maybe plus a couple other minor characters.
I don't hate Robert Downey Jr.
I don't hate him either. He's great. He brings Iron Man to life. But I think personally that it's gonna be obviously Iron Man or Cap, and maybe like I said, a couple minor characters like
it may be somebody like Bucky, dude. Maybe even Bucky or.
What I want to happen, I think it's everyone wants to happen.
I just want War Machine to look at the camera and then he gets his head shot.
I don't know, yeah.
Like Thanos grabs him and throws him into the.
Obviously, Black Widow won't die, but I think it'd be funny. Anyways, I don't like Black Widow as a character that much. I like Scarlett Johansson. Don't get me wrong. I like Miss ScarJo. But
imagine? I want you to get this mental picture.
I can't wait to get it.
Imagine Black Widow trying to do that head scissor kick thing on Thanos, and he throws her into the freaking sun.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be much for Thanos. I think she's gonna be more for the armies. You know, like kind of like throw their Hawkeye and all the people that can't do crap.
Hawkeye could die. That's a good possibility. You just threw out his name, and I was like,
let's hope
he could die.
I don't hate Hawkeye, but I mean,
even Ant-Man could die. I heard something somewhere online in the billions of things that I watch and follow. I heard somebody say that Ant-Man and the Wasp, which comes out 2 months after Infinity War, is set before Infinity War.
Which is weird.
This time, I thought the timeline was so consistent and it made sense until stupid Spider-Man Homecoming said that it was set 8 years after the Avengers. And I'm like, that would be 2020. What are they doing?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It would be...
It's just kind of confusing now. How
I think it'd be weird that if they did kill Ant-Man, but I'm fine with that. I mean, because he's kind of newer to us. You know, because there's only a second.
We're not as attached to him. I feel like
I don't even know if Wasp is going to be in this movie. I've heard anything about Wasp being
Wasp? I don't know if she...
I don't know. I'm cool with her dying. I mean, I don't know anything about her. Maybe I like her better when she's Ant-Man and Wasp.
I like Evangeline Lilly as an actress.
Of course, have you ever seen Lost? She's the best part of it.
I've watched clips of Lost.
Yeah, I don't watch it. It's bad. But...
That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be 70 plus people in this movie, so it's gonna be hard for us to say. But I think what we're
64 maybe.
It's a lot.
Something
yeah,
like that.
And it's ridiculous, but it's ridiculously awesome. So
ridiculously awesome.
But basically, I'm thinking, and I've seen this other thing which I think is cool, but I think it would diminish the death. I like when a death happens, don't come back. You know?
Seriously, I'm sorry. I love the MCU, but. That's one thing they're bad about, dude. It's like they're gonna kill off somebody to bring him back.
Agent Coulson.
To me, even with Nick Fury, I mean everybody.
Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., I've seen it. It's fine, but like bringing back Agent Coulson pissed me off. I loved him, but it's like that Avengers loses everything because like that's why they came together to beat him.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
But
it's all Phil.
It always is, you know. And I like Phil Coulson, anyways. But basically, this is what I kind of want to happen if Cap dies. You just see Bucky pick up the shield and the mantle, and I think that would make Captain America live longer. I mean, obviously you can make Steve Rogers live, but I think people are ready for different. You know, I mean, we've seen this group together for years.
Yeah,
I think people are. I think as much as people don't want people to go away, I think it's a new, fresh take. It'll bring in new people. They won't even release a second. Titled Avengers because
they won't
it's
even
going to give away something
to Avengers 4 because they don't want to spoil anything.
That's a whole different speculation we get into later.
I told you, I was like, what is it going to be called? Like Avengers 4: The Death of Steve Rogers. Sad.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be, but it's and that's what I'm trying to say. It's like it's so great to not know. I don't know. Yeah, I love the speculation. I'm hoping Bucky picks up the mantle.
Movie I feel like I'm so excited for this movie. The only other movie I feel like I've ever been this excited for is probably The Force Awakens.
Oh yeah, I watched that trailer a million times.
I had never been so that first Force Awakens trailer where you see like John Boyega pop up in the sand and then you see Kylo just take down his lightsaber and he's like the dark side and the light. Yeah. I watched that like 50 plus times. Anyway, not talking about that. But yeah, I'm excited for this, dude, and I think it's gonna ruin me as an individual. I think I'm not gonna be the same after I walk out of the theater.
Not be the same.
I don't know. I just the MCU is gonna be different. Like total. I feel like not just tonally, but I feel like the characters that we know and love, everybody in it, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is gonna be different moving forward. After the
and I mean, I've heard those rumors about maybe Cap being a Skrull or whatever was in the car.
Skrull, yeah. I don't know.
And like I said, I know a little bit about them. They just basically take the form they want, and they're informants, and they're saying he would die that way. I hope it's not true. I hope if he does die, they kill him. Just because I know it might sound morbid, but it's like I'm so tired of it. But I think basically what we're saying is we do think Cap's gonna die, and nobody don't want it.
Probably.
If we
were to create a list of people we think we're gonna die in the order of in the order of, let's say, very likely to die to less likely to die. I would say Cap's number 1.
Cap and then Iron Man.
Probably. And then probably Tony Stark, Iron Man number 2 on the
Then after that, it's up in the air.
list. Yeah, and then maybe Bucky.
I don't see Bucky dying.
Hawkeye, maybe. I don't know. Let me think. What's a really stupid character that nobody cares about? Mantis, that chick who can read people's thoughts and feelings from Guardians 2.
Oh my god.
She's gonna show up and be like, "You have sexual feelings for her," and then like Thanos.
I didn't like her. Mantis is pretty cool in comic books and everything, but I don't even like her in Guardians. I didn't like Guardians.
I looked her up, or I was on IMDb and I looked up. I was just looking up stuff about Infinity War, and I saw a regular picture of her, not dressed as a weird, creepy worm creature. She's not bad to look at. Though.
No, she's not.
I'm sorry, I sound like a sexist pig, but she's not bad to look at. But
none of the Marvel girls really are.
But yeah, that's true. God bless Marvel. Anyway, but I don't know. But her character is just kind of annoying.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it,
I don't know why I got off ranting about.
When it comes down to it, we're basically going to see Infinity War. Listen to this, guys, next month. I mean, that's what's crazy.
It's like 7 weeks away. But
yeah,
when
it's next month.
It is next month. It's next month.
But yeah, we just kind of wanted to
gets me
going. It makes us really happy, obviously. But we kind of just want to talk about it. I mean, it's part of the biggest news this week. Infinity War. I mean, I know Black Panther came out a while ago. We wanted to touch on it because this is our first podcast. We thought it'd be kind of cool to touch on the biggest movie of the year so far. We can say that. Obviously,
it sounds so bad. You're like,
it's March.
No, I thought you were gonna say it sounds bad when you say we just wanted to touch Black Panther. We just want to touch on him.
Well, that too. Chadwick Boseman is sculpted from the man upstairs himself. But I think it'd be good to start talking about like what we're looking forward to. I mean, other than Infinity War, I think we.
Yeah. Okay. We ranted about Infinity War for probably an hour. Let's see. You want to talk about upcoming movies, like upcoming movies we're anticipating?
Yeah, I would say probably kind of in order. I mean, not talk too much about them. I just want to kind of list them out.
Yeah, just like let's
because I think we don't want to kill you guys with the details of speculation. We're just speculating Infinity War because it's huge. I would say the next one I want to see.
Infinity War is easily, box office wise, hype wise, it's going to be the biggest movie of 2018. Okay.
Probably.
That being said, I feel like nothing can dethrone it because not like the last couple of years, there's not a Star Wars movie coming out in December like there always is.
Yeah.
So nothing, I feel like, later on in the year that comes out can dethrone Infinity War. Box office wise or anticipation wise.
I would say for me this year, this is not a widely loved movie. Pacific Rim, to me, was phenomenal.
Oh yeah, Pacific Rim's awesome.
I know I know a lot of people don't like it, but Pacific Rim Uprising was great. John Boyega's going to be in it. I mean, we've seen it. If you've seen anything he's in, he's good in it. Even though it might be a bad movie.
John Boyega's a great actor.
Yeah, he's great. He's the son of the lieutenant colonel guy in the first one.
One dude that can't remember his name.
Yeah, and so I think I'm looking forward to that. I personally am looking forward to Steven Spielberg getting back into the saddle because BFG was just not good.
What did he just? Oh, he made The Post.
The Post. I mean, The Post was.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it, but I watched all things for it.
It's pretty.
I haven't got around to it. I need to. Not a lot of time.
It's pretty okay.
Well, it was just made for Oscars. We all know that. But what I'm trying to say is Spielberg has been falling off the wagon as far as like his cinematography.
I feel like his.
And honestly, what can bring him back other than Ready Player One? Now, if you guys don't know about Ready Player One, I've read the book 3 times. Okay,
I've never read the book.
It's a fantastic book. You should read it.
See, and I've heard some people say the book's not that good. It's like,
well, those people are stupid. So my comrade over here is going to listen to me. Okay, but anyway, it's one of my favorite books because I love video games. I love 80s. I love the 80s stuff. I mean, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, fantastic. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the 80s was a good time. I didn't live in it, but I mean, if you guys didn't know that, born in the 90s. So, anyways, I didn't live in it, but I love the music from it. My dad, that's all he listens to, and so it's a great movie. Most of it's gonna be CGI. So if you don't like CGI, like you said, Black Panther, this is made for CGI. It's gonna be in the realm of video games.
If it can be done well, I don't have a problem.
Oh no, and it's gonna have nostalgia. Yeah. It's gonna have the DeLorean. It's gonna have everything. And so I feel like, honestly, it might be Spielberg's way back. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah, because I feel like
BFG was supposed to be amazing, and it was.
He's not dead or anything, but it's like, dude, Spielberg from the late '90s, early 2000s is a different person now because he hasn't really made a movie. Let's see, Saving Private Ryan. Before that was like Schindler's List, Jurassic Park. Dude, he was just making these cinematic masterpieces. And what has he made over the last few years?
The BFG.
Okay, I'm not trying to crap on the Post. I watched the Post. It was pretty good. Probably give it like an 8 out of 10. Anyway,
I need to watch it.
I watch all this Oscar movies though because I'm a freak.
You're a freak. No, I'm just joking.
Super freak. But there was the Post, the BFG, Lincoln, which it had good performances in it, but it was basically like CNN for like 2 hours, like C-SPAN.
It looked boring to me, so I haven't got to it yet.
And
but
then there was
Meryl Streep. I mean, come on, it can't be bad.
Then there was Warhorse and whatever else.
Oh God, Warhorse is so bad.
I didn't know you had like a deep burning hatred for Warhorse.
Look, I don't really like horses, okay? And I shouldn't be. Those horses give their life, okay? I just didn't like the movie.
I don't even think I've seen Warhorse. It wasn't critically acclaimed or anything.
Anyways, back kind of got probably again.
Man.
But there's a lot. Like I want to see Strangers, the new Strangers. I didn't like the first one as much as I thought I would, but I want to see this new one. It looks good.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Starting with this weekend, there's Red Sparrow and there's Death Wish.
And Red Sparrow to me is hit and miss. I'll probably watch it. Obviously,
it's gotten kind of mixed reviews, so I'm not super stoked about it. We probably won't go see because we're lazy and.
We try to watch as many as we can, but it is hard to watch multiple movies in one day when you can't get out there to a certain time. So we do what we can.
Let's see. There's Red Sparrow, which is obviously a new spy thriller starring Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, like I said, it's gotten mixed reviews. And then there's Eli Roth, his new movie Death Wish, which is a remake of a 1974 movie starring Charles Bronson. I didn't even know it was a remake until not that long ago. But yeah, it's a remake. And
I don't know about that one.
Eli Roth is known for like making super gory, nasty horror fest movies, like thrown at your face, like Cabin Fever, Hostel, Green Inferno, like movies that are like known for being brutal. So he's making, he's making Death Wish, and those both come out March 2nd. I don't know, like I said, it's gotten mixed reviews too. Whatever. March 9th this is off the top of my head, by the way. If I screw any of these up, correct me.
I'm fact checking you, don't worry.
March 9th is A Wrinkle in Time, which is
I don't know. I don't think it's bad, but I really don't like the actors. The actors, I mean, it's a weird cast.
You know, like Oprah? It's got Chris Pine
in
it.
You can have A Wrinkle in Time. You can have, I don't know. I'm not
Chris Pine in it.
I do like Chris Pine, but I think he's not going to be in the movie much.
He's probably in the front.
I mean, Reese Witherspoon, she's okay. Sweet Home Alabama, Mindy Kaling, whatever. I liked her in The Office. Other than that, I don't like the Mindy Project.
I don't know. Yeah,
I honestly do not like the Mindy Project. And so, I'm not saying it's going to be bad as an actress, but I just don't. Oprah Winfrey's a weird pick to me. I mean,
she's a decent actress, I think. I think I've seen her in a couple of things.
Zach Galifianakis is in it, which I love him. Yes, he's in it.
Oh, wow.
But I don't know. I'll probably watch it, but I don't think I'm gonna go with theaters. Now, if we get enough followers and want us to go see it and review it, I'll go freaking see it.
I don't know. I want to. Out of all the movies, and then there's like some weird drug mule movie called Gringo that comes out March 9th that I really don't care anything about.
It looks weird.
Yeah,
like I was like,
anyway, and then there's Strangers Pray at Night, the sequel to Strangers, which I'm not sure about. It's been in the making for 10 years. They've been trying to make this movie. It was supposed to come out in 2015, then 2016, then last year. Now it's finally coming out March 9th, 2018. I kind of want to see it just because it's been 10 years since the first Strangers. I didn't love the first Strangers movie, but I thought it was pretty good. So yeah, the Strangers Pray at Night. We'll probably go see it. Then after that is March 16th, which I think the only wide release is Tomb Raider, which I feel like best case scenario with Tomb Raider, it's okay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm trying to want to see it, but most video game to movie.
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed get bad.
Yeah,
Tomb Raider and Angelina Jolie wasn't even that good.
Yeah, they're like guilty pleasure.
We just like to see Angelina Jolie in that. I mean, she doesn't wear anything. And that's probably what this is about. I mean, she's not bad to look at.
If critics come out and say the new Tomb Raider movie is outstanding, I will dip myself in gravy and dance naked on the rooftops.
And I'll be watching. Anyway,
I just don't. I feel like it's okay at best. Anyway, after that,
from what we're seeing, the rest of March sucks. I mean, we've already done Ready Player One.
Oh yeah, the 23rd Pacific Rim, which we're both stoked about.
Yeah, we've already done that.
Ready Player One, we're both. I'm a little bit more excited for Ready Player One. I'm excited for Pacific Rim, but I'm really excited to see where Steven Spielberg takes Ready Player One.
Me too.
It looks like a new kind of video game / nostalgia movie, and I'm stoked about it.
If you look back, we haven't really had something like that. It's new. I mean, we've had video game movies, but we have never had
nothing like this though.
Ready Player One is basically they go into a thing called Oasis, and it's people work inside Oasis. Literally, like the world is terrible, and so people are going to get away. And so you're going to be the main guy's character's name is Percival, part of the Round Table of Knights, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, and so you basically it's most of the movie is going to be inside the video game, and so it's going to be different. It's going to look, I mean, all CGI. It's going to look different, but I think it's got to. That's what's going for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So, anyways, going into like April.
A Quiet Place, right?
A Quiet Place.
Krasinski's new
I don't know about this. I can't wait
movie.
to see it. Obviously,
I want to see it too.
Will it be boring? Will it not be?
It'll probably be slow, but I don't know. It'll probably be slow, but I feel
not
like
much noise.
Just the trailer was pretty tense, dude.
I mean, I don't mind watching Emily Blunt for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I mean, you know, I like Emily Blunt, and so she's a good actress.
Yeah,
I mean,
and John Krasinski's in it. He's good.
Love John Krasinski. Back to the Office days.
He's good. I mean, he's
I still need to watch 13
hours
hours.
too. I've still never seen 13 Hours either.
God, we're stupid. Anyways.
What is it? 13 Hours : The Secret Soldiers.
Something. It seems pretty good. He's gonna be in that new Amazon Prime Jack Ryan show.
Oh yeah, what else has he been in? Oh, I watched. I guess I can talk about this later whenever we talk about stuff we've been watching lately. But I watched Catherine Bigelow's latest movie, Detroit, and he just randomly shows up in it. He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer in it, and he's in it for like 3 scenes. And I'm like, why is John Krasinski in this?
It's like money.
Anyway, yeah.
I would say another one in April that me and him are very different about is Rampage.
Oh my gosh, I think it's gonna be terrible, but
it's gonna be terrible because The Rock will do anything.
The Rock will do.
I watched Baywatch the other day. The Rock in it, and it's awful. I mean,
I didn't even watch it because everybody on the planet is like, "Hey, Baywatch is crap." So I'm like,
well, it was I'm gonna put the scene for you. Baywatch. Saturday night, laying in bed, my wife's asleep. I was like, what can I do to make my life worse? I can't go to sleep. I'm gonna check out Baywatch because I've heard it's funny, but it'll make you almost terminally ill.
How do I want to torture myself?
Yeah, and I was
put
like,
on some Baywatch.
Well, I was like, I really don't want to watch it, but I was like, I've got to see it. It's one of those movies. I want to watch as many movies as I can.
Just like Transformers.
Oh God. Anyways, before we get into Transformers, Rampage. Anyways, big monkey, big wolf, and big crocodile.
It's a video game movie. It seems stupid.
It is a video game movie, but it's different.
Well, yeah. Best again. I feel like I'm repeating myself with Tomb Raider. Best case scenario, people just say it's stupid fun. You know, it's like, oh,
I'm gonna watch it.
It's big dumb action. Have fun with it.
As much as I'm saying this is stupid, I'm gonna freaking watch it.
Yeah.
I honestly am looking forward to it, which is stupid. That's how we are. It's stupid to look forward to. Like, it won't be the worst movie of the year because we've got a lot of.
See, I wasn't really excited for that much stuff in April, and then Infinity War got moved up to April.
I know.
So now I'm
May
super
is
jacked.
covered. May was covered with
Infinity War. Anyway. Now I don't know what's coming out May 4th. Now that probably nothing, because Avengers is going to soak up all the box office
Breaking In is coming out. Have you seen anything for that?
No.
Doesn't look good. Life of the Party is the new Melissa McCarthy. She hasn't done anything good ever. To be fair, I don't like her that much anymore.
Melissa McCarthy is the Medea of white people.
What was that movie with Jason Statham? Not Jason Statham.
Spy.
God, no, not Jason
Statham.
Jason Bateman.
Oh, Identity Thief.
That was the last one I remember being funny and good.
Spy was pretty good. Melissa McCarthy's in Spy with Jason Statham.
I haven't seen that one.
See, you're right about that. No, it's pretty good. That's probably my favorite one.
But I really liked Identity Thief because
Have you seen Tammy?
No, and I didn't want to.
It will make you want to stick plastic forks in your eyeballs.
But May 4th is pretty much go watch Infinity War again.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what we're gonna say for May 4th. Going on to the next
11th is that Life of the Party movie. 18th is Deadpool 2. It's not even, it's not even titled Deadpool 2.
Untitled Deadpool.
It's called the Untitled Deadpool sequel. I wonder if because Deadpool is like so meta and so up its own butt, I wonder if they purposely. You think they might keep that title? The Untitled Deadpool sequel.
Maybe.
Just as a joke. I think that'd be great.
That would be great, and I love the poster from Flashdance.
Oh yeah, Flashdance. Where it's like raining bullets on it.
I love that. I like the little thing. Deadpool's really good about the nostalgia too. And then you got May 18th. The end of May.
Memorial Day. Yeah.
It's Solo, which me and him are both hit and miss about. The trailer made us way more excited for it.
Yeah,
me and him love Star Wars. Star Wars is my favorite genre, like my favorite movies. Yeah. Probably as a whole, I love Star Wars. Star Wars, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
All that other crap.
Let's talk about Solo for a second. If you would have told me a couple of years ago, dude, Ron Howard is going to make a Han Solo movie, I would be like, what? That sounds sick, dude. Let's freaking roll. Yeah. But it's like now Solo has gone through so many production changes and so many quote-unquote creative differences because they hired Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, the guys who were behind the Jump Street movies and the Lego movie and stuff. They hired them. They filmed like 90% of the movie, and then they fired them with like 3 weeks left and hired Ron Howard. So, and Ron Howard has basically reshot everything for Solo. So now it's
could be good,
100% Ron Howard's movie, which could be a good or bad thing. But at the same time, he's had to make it in such a rush because they refused to move the release date of May 25th because they kept that. He had to, like, Ron Howard got hired last May, I think. And typically movies are shot like a year and a half before. And he started filming again in May and August, September. And so I don't know. I just feel like I don't know how much time and money Ron Howard was given to be able to make this a good, solid movie. Because Ron Howard's a solid filmmaker. I mean, he's had a couple of misses, but overall, Ron Howard's a good filmmaker.
I think we don't want to go over every single movie.
Worst case scenario, though, I feel like Han Solo will be okay. You know what I mean? It's
the trailer kind of got me excited. I like all the new...
Best case scenario, it's a great movie. Worst case scenario, it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, it won't be bad, I don't think. I mean, they don't...
Yeah, I don't think...
Other than,
Disney's
Phantom Menace and...
Yeah, Disney's not going to put out a hot dumpster fire, you know?
That was before they realized how stupid they are, but...
What? Wait, what was...
Phantom Menace and Clone Wars.
Attack of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
We don't talk about
anyways, after watching the trailer, I did like the new vehicles we get to see, you know... I was worried about like Stormtroopers. I like to see the old Stormtroopers again. I like
Stormtroopers are sexy.
The new ones are awesome too. I like the old nostalgia, old look of them. That's what I, grew up looking at. But we're kind of gonna jump through the months because there's too many. Obviously,
we can't go through. Let's see. Off the top of my head,
I'm kind of fact checking also, but
Ocean's 8's
coming out. Dumpster Fire. Incredibles 2. Can't wait.
Pretty excited.
I mean, it's been forever.
I don't know. Ocean's 8 might be fine. I'm just not excited.
Dumpster Fire. Incredible. Ocean's 11.
That's how we rate the movies. If we're excited or dumpster fire.
Yeah, there's nothing in between, not really. But Ocean's 11, fantastic. Ocean's 13, good. Ocean's 12, Ocean's 8, it's gonna be bad. The cast is okay. The premise looks bad.
I guess. I don't know.
They're pushing this all female thing, which I'm fine with. All female Ghostbusters is bad, but I like the idea. All female is fine with me. I mean, I'm not in any way, but I want it to be good. And I'm not afraid it won't be.
What you're telling me is you're a sexist pig.
That's what I'm trying to get across. Anyways, Jurassic World.
Fallen Kingdom.
I thought the first trailer made it look like garbage. The second trailer made it look
The second trailer was better.
Yes.
The first trailer, I was like, this is stupid.
One thing about Jurassic World I love is the first one was all CGI. The second one is going to have animatronics. So the T-Rex will be back to what we know.
Budget by like $150 million from the first one.
And
so this one should be.
A lot of people hate Jurassic World. We know that. It was entertaining to me.
It's fine.
I like Chris Pratt. I like dinosaurs.
I hate it. I don't love it. It's fine.
And Bryce Dallas Howard, I like her too. And so overall, they have good actors in it, and so that does kind of help. They're coming out with another Purge movie. Yawn. I like them all, but they're all the same. Yeah. I would say Ant-Man and the Wasp. Looking forward to it. The trailer was great.
It's pretty fun.
I would say A New Hope in Pennsylvania. I didn't see the second one. The first one's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. That's how
the new Mission Impossible is great.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I kept saying everything was fine. I'm excited for.
We can talk about that. Henry Cavill. The only reason I hate him for that is he made us see the CGI mustache in Justice League.
Oh yeah.
But
Paramount would not let him shave his mustache for Mission Impossible 6. So therefore, his mustache in that movie better cure some cancer.
It better do something.
It better be. It better
get him some girls or something. I don't know.
That mustache better be.
Because they gave us one of the worst CGI ever in Justice League. So.
Baby mouth Superman in Justice League.
That was so bad. But that looks good. It's got to be good. Tom Cruise broke his ankle.
He shattered that thing. You watched the video of him?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, it's brutal.
Good for him for doing his own stuff.
I watched it like 4 times because I'm a masochist.
I'm like, coming in. He's
watching Tom Cruise.
His bones are super brittle.
Repeatedly shattered his ankle.
The new Christopher Robin. Yeah. The new Christopher Robin.
Basically, Ewan McGregor.
Basically, it's basically just Save Mr. Banks. In my opinion, it's just like
it's about Christopher.
Whatever. I don't know. I have nothing else to say. This one right here, the Meg. With Jason Statham, the Megalodon.
Oh, where he fights a Megalodon?
Oh my god, it's going to be stupid. But guess what?
Sweet.
Can't wait to see it. Jason Statham fighting a shark? Oh my god.
Let's see.
Slender Man, for the horror people. I saw the first trailer. Didn't see much Slender Man.
It looked really generic.
It looked generic. I'm going to watch it because Slender Man's cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued. But
I'm hoping that Jurassic World's up with a second trailer that makes you want to see it.
4 years too late. You know what I mean?
The Slender Man craze. People killing each other.
Yeah.
Like 4 years ago. And I feel like they're like, let's make Slender Man 4 years from now. And
I feel like it's been stuck in production for a while. My wife is calling me right now. Anyway, I feel like it's been stuck in production for a while, but Let's see.
The Predator. I like those movies.
The Predator, Shane Black. You love Iron Man 3, and he made that. So
oh god. Hey, everyone makes that movie.
The Predator's gonna be awesome. No, I think it'll be. Cool.
I read some about Predator saying this one's gonna be all about technology. Or not all about, but it's gonna focus on the Predator's technology, which is cool because I mean we see what he can do, but there's gotta be more he can do.
Yeah, I think that's all for August. I don't think there's anything in September.
That's in September. Predator September.
Oh, I thought it was August. Okay.
No, August doesn't have much. We already went through it.
October.
Slender Man. So in September, you missed one, Alpha. Now, Alpha, me and you kind of aren't on the same page.
I thought that was coming out earlier.
No, it got pushed to September 14th.
It looks like it could be good. It looks like it could be a sneak
I
test.
think you're looking at. You remember the 10,000 BC?
Yes.
Remember that movie?
It
Cinematography
was
good.
Boring,
I mean,
yeah.
it was supposed to be.
It
That's what reminds me of. This movie's gonna look great, but the story's gonna drag on for
probably could be a
for how long is it? See, it doesn't even tell me. So that's how you know. Probably like 4 hours.
The runtime's probably not confirmed.
No, it's not confirmed. But basically, I think it looks good. I want to see it. I'm gonna watch it because I think it's gonna be cinematography good. Whatever. But it's gonna be a snore. It's gonna be a snooze fest.
Probably be a snooze fest.
I mean.
Let's see, September Alpha, and then October
Venom.
We're both pretty excited for Venom.
I was mad about the trailer because, like I said, Spider-Man is my life, and Venom's fantastic.
The first Venom trailer, if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Tom Hardy's gonna bring life to Venom.
The most example of a teaser trailer on the face of the planet was the Venom trailer. Halloween Returns. Does that come out? Yeah, that's in October.
Yeah, obviously.
Every single time I say, okay, I gotta say this is weird, but every single time I say, I think it's Halloween Returns is what they're going to call it. But every time I say Halloween Returns, I think of the old Disney Channel movies, Halloween Town. And
first of all, those are great.
And there's
except for the third one.
There's like one that's called like Halloween Town 2: The Wrath of Khan or something.
It's not The Wrath of Khan. That's
Revenge.
Star Trek.
I'm just playing.
I know.
But there's one.
I wish it was
I'm pretty sure. Fact check me on this. You don't have to actually. But I'm pretty sure this Halloween Town Returns came out in 2006. Back whenever I was still a young lad. I recorded.
Where are we from?
Like here's a fun little story in my childhood. I recorded Halloween Town Returns on my parents' DVR, and I would go in and fast forward like an hour and 4 minutes into the movie exactly, and I would play the Jesse McCartney song from that movie.
Oh my god! I mean, I get it.
I would literally like every single time I would stop it at this exact moment just to hear that song in the movie, and I don't know why. It was stupid, but I don't know why every single time I hear that title, it makes me think.
Okay, so I'm gonna
get out of here. Anyway, I'm sorry.
So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and probably just bring up like 3 or 4 more movies. Like I said, I'm gonna lay them out for you, and we'll talk about them real quick. X-Men, Dark Phoenix.
No, I'm not excited.
We'll get
I wish I was.
The new Fantastic Beasts. I'm excited for it.
I'm not excited for it. I like the first
Wreck-It
one.
Ralph 2. Haven't seen the first one. Probably should.
It's pretty good. It's
Aquaman
an underrated little gem.
and Mary Poppins Return. That's what I think is what's going to be.
I think they did a good job casting Emily Blunt. She'll be a good Mary Poppins. I feel like.
But I think
be good because
it won't hold up.
Disney
because
doesn't make
Mary
garbage,
Poppins
like you said. So
Mary Poppins is like a treasure. It won't hold up, but I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. The first Fantastic Beasts. It's fine.
It's pretty good.
I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I've watched the movies billions of times. Not possible, but I did. The first one I thought was a little boring, but really good. And I think the second one you're going to see more action.
Yeah.
And then X-Men Dark Phoenix. Don't expect much from it yet because it's not technically under Disney yet.
I'm just not excited
I think this
for
one
X-Men movies anymore.
This one looks pretty good because
Apocalypse burned me too much.
I do like the new cast, the young kids and everything. I do enjoy them because you don't have to see. Oh my god, I was so tired of them by X-Men 3. You know what I mean? The acting. But I think X-Men, they've already said they're going to be reinventing that and Fantastic Four.
Good.
So, I'm not sure I'm good with Fantastic Four. I'm hoping that they set it in the future. Anyways, no origin. And then Aquaman, part of last we talked about. Dude, it's going to be good. I've already seen some things on it.
Yeah, people are already talking about there's been early screenings of it already, and they're talking about
they're saying it's great.
How it's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, and so I'm not too worried about it. But that's kind of our breakdown. We'll talk more about it probably, but we don't want to talk. This is not really our focus. We're just kind of touching on things today.
Yeah, we just want to touch on upcoming movies that we're and give our basic thoughts.
We pretty much already told you guys what our channel's gonna be about. Like I said, movies. Yeah. Anything you guys want to see, I'm gonna. Like I said, I'm gonna.
Anything cinematic and beyond, dude.
We're gonna have a
we're
comment
gonna try
section.
to cover it because I mean I'm a huge Oscars nerd and awards nerd and stuff like that. And I mean, yeah, awards don't matter, whatever. But But yeah, I'm a huge nerd as far as that goes, and everything blockbuster, whatever it may be, dude. I mean,
yeah, and like I said, we're gonna pretty much try to watch all the movies that are good, even the bad ones. I mean, we like the stupid like Rampage. We know that's not gonna be good, but it's good. It should be fun.
We'll try to hit the main.
We're gonna
out this year.
Yeah, and so we're gonna try to, and like I said, it'll be comment, not comic section. It'll be even cooler comment section. And if you guys want us to go watch a movie that you think would be good and us review it for you, we definitely will. There's no problem with that. I mean, we will touch on The Last Jedi in part of the next podcast or two. I know there's a lot of like I said, we're Star Wars nerds.
There's so much Last Jedi shade on the internet. It's
we want to. I liked it, but that's another podcast. We'll get going for another hour. I'm not kidding. We love that movie, and maybe we shouldn't, but we do. What we kind of want to touch on what we do in the future. Kind of already have. I mean, we'll pretty much do whatever. We watch movies. We love movies. We do old movies. I mean, we just watched A Disaster Artist, so we could. I mean, which was good, and The Room is bad, but Disaster Artist was good. And so we, like I said, we talked a lot about comic movies this time. To be fair, but it's not all we are.
It's like full comic book season right now, almost.
It always is.
It's still award season technically right now, but it's you know what I mean. It's almost full summer. Spring/summer movie season, so it'll be raging pretty hard before.
Like I say, we usually watch all kinds of genre. I love horror movies. Honestly, it's kind of one of those guilty pleasures because there haven't been very good ones.
There's like one good horror movie a year, so I'm hoping The Stranger will be pretty good. So we'll see about that.
Get Out was last year, even though it really wasn't horror. It's under horror for some reason, but and then we haven't really ironed out how often we upload because we are kind of. Starting out,
to do it probably at least once a week, right? Correct
I was shooting for maybe 2, but that just depends on both have full-time jobs. We do our thing.
At least once a week.
We'll definitely get it out once a week. That shouldn't be a problem. We're gonna try to push it to 2 probably.
Yeah, we both work
one day
over 40 hours a week. We both have wives.
Probably and one day probably try 3. And eventually, if this goes well, I think we'll do it anyways. Even if it doesn't go too much, I like doing this stuff. Probably try for 3 days a week because that's a good set schedule, which means a lot of recording, a lot of time, which is hard to do for us right now with our setup. But we'll definitely get you once or twice a week. Right now, once, and we haven't decided on when we're gonna upload. I don't know when this video will even get out. Not video, but recording will get out. We're gonna try our best to get it out when we can, because we gotta go through the editing. And, everyone out there knows how much editing takes. So. We're going to do our best to get it out, and we're hoping you guys like it.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't really know a good day to do it.
Yeah, we'll probably upload on the weekends, probably sometime.
Probably. This first one won't be a weekend because you guys don't know this if we are recording on a Friday. And so our post will probably come out like Monday. Or maybe even Sunday. Well, Sunday's a bad day to upload, in my opinion, sometimes. Not terrible. But Sunday's going to be kind of weird. So we might try Sundays and Thursdays. I like those 2 days a lot. I know Thursday's a pretty good day to upload. For me, at least. Our schedules are a lot alike.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
Because we're practically the same person. But,
basically hanging out 24/7. We're best friends. So that's something about us. And I think next podcast we'll go into more about us. Just so you guys get to know us a little bit. If you want to listen to us. We're from America. If you couldn't tell. I'm not Australian. But
I wish I had an Australian accent.
Who doesn't, honestly? But yeah, so I will link our Twitter and Instagram down below, and then I'll also get everything, and I'll try to upload to Instagram a couple times a week, just letting you guys know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Our setup. I'll post a picture of what you guys want us to watch this week, maybe, and we'll go watch it. Our Twitter will be, I might set up, if we get enough followers, I might set up some polls, stuff like that. I mean, just for you guys, we'll both be on it. We'll 24/7. You guys have a question, we'll be there. I mean,
yeah.
Unless we get so big we can't see it, which it might have. But if we have a couple followers, it's really okay. We'll.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are into this kind of stuff, if you guys know anybody who's into this kind of stuff, who enjoys this type of thing, who enjoys listening and geeking out about this kind of stuff, please, dude, share it, whatever,
Yeah.
Or if you guys think we're just lame losers who need
share it.
Go, yeah. If you just think we're losers, you need to go cry.
Make us go viral with losery. I don't care. We just want to. We don't really care. We're not doing this for fame or thing. So we're just talking about this kind of stuff. So, yeah, I think that's gonna.
I feel like we've ranted enough.
We've ranted enough this time. We've gone for a while.
Wasted up your time.
If we want to add anything, we will add it. It's not a big deal. But yeah, so I think we're gonna sign off, and you guys have a good rest of your week.
Thanks for listening, guys. Peace.
Peace.